Nikki and Rachel from the Stitch Sisters, and it must be Friday because we've got a new video for you.
Woohoo!
We're back today with a lovely one that we've collaborated with our friend's girl Charlie today, and we're making knickers. We did this as a class and decided to put a little tutorial out there as well because this is a free pattern by Megan Nielsen called the Acacia Knicker. And everyone can get it if you just sign up to Megan's newsletter, so you can get a free downloadable copy and you can make your own knickers.
Yes, and we've been thinking about, well, we've made several different pairs of knickers in the past in different classes, and some of them have been ginormous,
Frilly
proper
ones.
Bridget Jones bloomers. and when we saw this pattern from Megan Nielsen, we thought finally some proper knickers you can actually wear. And once we made them, we were not disappointed. They definitely are super comfy.
Really nice, they're really comfy, but they're a nice normal pair of knickers, not anything too outlandish.
No, just basics. Everyone needs some basic briefs in their underwear drawer, and this is exactly what it's for, and it's a great way to use up leftover fabrics.
Exactly.
So anytime you cut out a jersey top, if you've got a little bit extra, then that'll be perfect for your knickers.
Yes, have your pattern on hand and have a little folder with all of your knicker cuts ready to go, and then you can just have a knicker making day.
A bulk knicker sewing day. That sounds lovely.
So the fabrics we used were mainly cotton jerseys from Girl Charlie, weren't they?
They were all cottons, although that does mean that they do differ slightly in the hand. So we've got a couple of slinky ones.
This is a slinky one with little bows embossed on.
This is another slinky one, so you can see, if I hold it close to the camera, it's it feels almost like a viscose jersey, but it is not. It is a cotton jersey, and it's lovely and soft.
And then we've got those ones as well. This is another cotton jersey, and the ones we're using in the tutorial is this one.
So these are more what you'd expect from cotton jerseys.
Yeah.
So they kind of have more of a matte finish, and they're very stable. They don't curl very much.
No.
So if it's your first time making knickers, then these are the ones that you want to use, because I think it just makes the whole thing a lot easier.
The other thing we've got as well is we've got some proper knicker elastic, which we bought. So you can see that it's got a slightly fluffy side to one side, it's very stretchy, and it's called a picot edge, isn't it?
That's it, yeah, the little loopy bits is what they mean by picot.
And it comes in lots and lots of different colours. We'll put a link underneath to where we bought it from, but you can buy it by the metre, it's not expensive. Like 36 pence a metre or something like that. And I'm just pinging one and it comes in loads of different colours, so you can buy a couple of metres of lots of different colours and make as many knickers as you need to.
Yes, we got our elastic from the English Couture Company.
Yes.
So sorry, did you already say
No, I just said I'd link because I couldn't remember what it was, but you've so told us. That's fine.
Excellent. So without further ado, we are going to crack on and show you how to make your own knickers.
There will be no modelling today. I'm just putting that out there. No prancing around the garden in our knickers.
No, just
a
the
tutorial.
Yes.
That's all you need, definitely. Okay. So we've got all the pieces here that we need to make our knickers. We've got your knicker front, your knicker back, you've got your gusset in the same matching fabric, and we also have got a light cotton jersey in a plain colour for the inside gusset. And then you'll need 3 pieces of elastic, 1 long piece for going around the waist and 2 shorter pieces for the legs. And your pattern will give you all of these instructions, so it'll give you the measurements that you'll need for your size. And the first thing we need to do is we're going to take the outside piece of the fabric gusset, and we're going to line it up with that back edge on the back, and I'm going to stitch it in place. So I'm using the stretch stitch on my machine, which is the one that looks like a little sideways zigzag, like a little lightning bolt. And that's the best stitch to use for any kind of stretch fabrics. And I'm just going to go ahead and sew my gusset onto my back of my pants. So I've sewn that on now, and I'm just going to attach the front to the other end of my knickers. Now, like I said, you're still using the zigzag stitch, the lightning bolt stitch for your stretch, but if you don't have that on your machine, you can just use a zigzag stitch with either a sort of 2 in length and 2 in width, or 1.5 and 1.5 if you've got that. That will give you the same effect. So So the next thing with this pattern is that we're going to attach the internal gusset, okay? Now, the great thing about this pattern is that you get to use the term burrito gusset.
Burrito gusset!
So what we're going to do is we're simply going to roll down the front of our knickers until we're exposing this seam that we've sewn here. And then we're going to take the other side and we're going to do the same. Just roll it all up out of the way. I'm rolling it to rolling the outer fabric away from myself. And then I've got 2 gussets, seams, one at either side, and I can match up one side this side and one side the other side, and I'm going to sew them in place. Now you can pin everything so nothing moves around while you sew, but the idea is just to get this edge of the internal gusset attached to that seam and the other edge attached there. So I'll go ahead and do that.
Whenever you're ready.
So my burrito gusset is complete, and this is the best bit because you get to unroll your burrito gusset and pull out your back and then pull out your front, and then you have your gusset on the inside and your gusset on the outside, and all the seams are all hidden. And all I've done when I've sewn it is make sure that the seam the new seam I'm sewing is further in than the existing seam, and then you don't get any stitches showing on your knicker line. Next up is the side seams. So just lay your knickers right sides together and match up these little side seams, and we're going to sew them in place. So I have a nearly finished pair of knickers. I've sewn up the side seams and everything is ready just for the elastic now. But one thing I want to do before I actually sew my elastic, if you can see that I've got a little bit of excess where the underneath jersey is stretched a little bit. If you get that, just trim that back so that it's nice and even with the outer fabrics. That will just make the application of the elastic so much easier for you. So I'll go ahead and do that next. So I'm using my picot elastic. I'm making sure that the fluffy side is up towards me, and all I'm doing is making a continuous loop. So I'm putting one edge over the other by about 1/4 of an inch or 1 centimetre, and I'm going to stitch those in place. You can just go up and down a couple of times again with your lightning bolt stitch, and that will make sure that it will then have room to stretch. I'm going to do that in all 3 of my pieces of elastic, ready to attach them to the knickers. So what we're going to do, treat this a little bit like a neckband. So we're going to quarter or make marks on the quarter points for the elastic. So I've got the mark that I joined it at as 1 mark, and then I've taken a little fabric pen and I've marked at the quarters. So I've got 3 marks on there. I've done the same with the knickers. So I've got a pin in the front, a pin in the back, in the middle point, and my side seams are my edge points. So that's my 4 points. And now what I'm going to do is just line all of these up. So starting with the back, because I think that's the easiest. So get your join and mark that and pin that onto the back. Then find the front marking, so where my pin is and where I've got this little purple mark. And I'm going to line those up and pop a pin through the knicker fabric and the elastic to line them up. And then I'm going to go to the quarter marks and do the same there, lining them up. Take another little pin, pop that in, and then the last one over this side. And all it means is that you're evenly distributing all of the elastic. There's a similar amount on all the different sections. So when you're stretching your elastic to make it match your knickers, you've got the same amount of ease and the same amount of give on it, all of the sides. So I'll go ahead and sew that on now. Now you'll have to stretch the elastic and the knickers to meet. Just take your time using your zigzag stitch again and just get that elastic sewn on, and it will be much easier after you've done one. You've then got the legs to do, and we'll do that in exactly the same way. So that's all sewn on. Once you get to this point, what we'll need to do is flip the elastic to the inside of the knickers, and then we're going to sew it on again. It just stops it from wanting to roll to the other side. But for this stitch, we're going to use a 3-step zigzag stitch on our machine.
Right, so that's it. Nikki has finished sewing up her lovely knickers. Check out those bad boys. So we hope you enjoyed the tutorial and that you have found a new use for all your jersey scraps. Sew up loads of knickers. That's what we're going to be doing from now on. Coming up on Sunday, we've got the next part of our menswear series vlog where we're going to be looking at different kinds of t-shirts. So I'm sewing up a polo shirt and Nikki's sewing up a Henley.
Henley, that's right.
And so we'll see you then. Before we go, we just have to say a very quick apology to the ladies who joined us for our knicker making workshop a couple of weeks ago. We were supposed to include some footage from that in this vlog, but unfortunately we had a bit of an issue and we accidentally deleted the footage that we took.
Well, I'm not even sure it even existed.
We can't find it anywhere. We've no idea what's happened to it. So we're really very sorry to you ladies, who we said would be in our vlog. But hopefully for the rest of you, you've really enjoyed learning how to make the knickers.
Yeah.
So go and download the pattern now. It's the Megan Nielsen Acacia. It's free of charge. And make sure you go and check out Girl Charlie's lovely fabrics.
Lovely.
We'll be back soon, guys. Bye.
See ya.